Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Theta Talks. My name is Maisha Chulani, and I will be joined this evening by Sanaiyah Gurnamal, and we are going to talk a little bit about following through. Initially, prior to this episode, we were talking about how we want to work on things that are blocking us from being able to move forward, things that we didn't want to carry with us into 2026. So I thought this was a very apt conversation that we should have. Hi, Krish. A very apt conversation that we should have about how we should follow through with this. Because we may have all these ideas, right? But at the end of the day, do we actually take the steps forward to follow through with them? A lot of us think we're going to do it, make plans to do it, set goals to do it, but when it comes time to implementing, when it comes time to getting closer to it or taking the next step, that's when there is hesitation. And so we want to set this up for you so that in 2026, there is no more hesitation for you. In fact, it's all about taking inspired action. Okay? Now, when I say that, it's not just about taking any action, right? It's about taking inspired action. So we're also going to talk a little bit about your why, because I think that is definitely an important point when we are talking about following through. It's not just about doing it because you have to. You need to understand, hey, wait a minute, why is it important to me? Why do I really want to take the next step and do this? Okay, so following through involves a lot of different back end stuff besides just the very action of it. So this episode, we're going to go into why do people not follow through? What is stopping them? What are the fears? What do we need in order to be able to take those steps forward to follow through? So it's a very, very exciting episode, and I think it is very relevant to a lot of us, right? Because follow through and our inability to follow through doesn't have to always do with just discipline. Because maybe some of you might be thinking, in order for me to follow through, I just have to be disciplined, right? But even if, let's say, you are disciplined, does that last? Does that take you that far, right? So yes, discipline is part of taking that conscious action and effort, right? But it's not all about discipline. It's about other areas and fears that we may be carrying that is stopping us from taking the next step and following through with things. So this episode is going to allow you to make 2026 the year in which you follow through with your goals, the year where you follow through with your word. And that is really very important, because if you can keep those promises, and it's not about keeping those promises to other people, it's about keeping the promises or keeping the promises that you have made towards yourself, right? And the more you're going to be able to do that, the more confident you will be, the more you will trust yourself, because, hey, you know what? I stuck to my word. I stuck to what I decided to do. I followed through. And if I do have this ability of following through, that means, what else am I capable of? So following through really does create a huge impact I was
Hi.
just
What did I
telling
miss?
our audience about our topic
Okay.
and how important it is, um, that follow through is something that a lot of us lack, and it's
Yeah.
not really about discipline, right?
Okay.
A lot of the times, because there are many angles to it, and we're going to
Yeah.
explore that. And I was telling our audience how important it is to follow through because you're keeping the word that you made to yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Because
And
it's
I
about
think that
like
is
trust with
big.
yourself more than anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
So when you were able to do that, it's like you're going to be able to continue the momentum,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you did it, you were able to do it. So now, it's like a
And
pat on your back, it's confidence, it's, that momentum forward.
and it's feedback like, okay, I did it and this is what happened. So you're
Yeah.
constantly now in this conversation, this communication with, whatever it is you're moving towards, whatever that goal is or whatever that step you're trying to take.
Yeah.
And you are also gaining more trust in yourself because you're actually
Yeah.
doing the thing that you want to do,
Yeah.
instead of dreaming about it, talking about it, and never following through on it.
So that brings us to, maybe we can explore that aspect of it, right? That idea of, we dream about it, we talk about it, but we don't take that action forward into, um, taking the next steps, or doing what is required, right? From my experience with my clients, what I've seen is, um, it's a it's sort of like a comfortable place to be in,
which
where
is
people are, right?
which is what?
Versus where you are, versus I have these goals, right? But those goals seem like it's tied to a lot of different things. So it'll be out of my comfort zone.
So
For
what you're saying,
instance,
okay, so what you're saying, let me just kind of like simplify it, is like what you're saying, Maisha, is it's more comfortable to stay where you are
yes.
than to go into the unknown of whatever it is that you want to do.
And maybe we should use the word safe, right? It's safer to be where I am or where we are now, right? Because maybe in the unknown, or if we take that next step, one of the issues that, or the fears that we may be encountering is that if I take the next step, will I be able to maintain it,
Mm.
right? Or there'll be more responsibility, right? So all of this creates a little bit of turmoil or discomfort in your physical body, not only your emotions, right? And if I have to maintain this, will I be able to? Will I fail? Right? So there's a lot of question marks in the next step, right? So I'd rather stay where I am, which may not be so bad,
Yeah.
right? I was listening to, I was doing a family constellation class yesterday, and the speaker was talking about something very interesting. He's like, I like to work with people who are uncomfortable, who want to change, right? Because a lot of us are like, yeah, you know what? I was dating last week and it didn't work out. He's like, that is not enough momentum to want to shift or change. If the person is uncomfortable, like this has been happening for a year, or this has not been happening in my life, that's when they have that desire to change. But if you're within your comfort zone and things are okay, it's not bad, right? What is that that desire to do the next step?
Yeah.
So the comfort zone thing is a big one, I feel.
Yeah. A lot of people just don't want to get out of their comfort zone and do something, take the action steps they need to get to their goal, right? So that's definitely a huge thing. But I think a lot of times too, we want to change something,
Mm,
but we feel like we are unable to do it for a number of different reasons. And an example is like one of our clients, who came, like one of my clients came to me. He wanted to quit smoking.
mm,
Okay. And we started off with a theta healing session. He went on to do a program with me. But what was very interesting is he quit smoking, not because he tried to quit smoking, But through our work together, he got to a point where he really started to respect himself and his body.
Mm.
He basically learned to love himself
Mm.
and to really value himself. And because of that, he didn't want to do anything that was going to be harmful or
Right.
destructive to his body. So he didn't quit smoking because he wanted, like, like, of course he wanted to quit smoking, but the change of quitting smoking came because he loved himself too much to do that
Mm. Yeah.
destructive behavior.
Yeah.
So we need a really big motivation
Mm.
to make any kind of change in our life. Unfortunately, most of us make that change through pain and suffering.
Yeah.
When it gets too bad, when it gets like we're at rock bottom, when it's really painful, really uncomfortable, then we're more willing to change because
Mm.
anything is better than the pain we're in, right?
Yeah.
But the flip side of it is you can also make change from a place of love,
Mm.
right? And another example I'll give you. So one was my client, the one who's a smoker, right? The second one is I want to give you my own example. And I started this new journey a couple of years ago where I decided to really improve my skills and my abilities and do a lot of things that really had me stepping out of my comfort zone. And I didn't do it from a place of pain or discomfort or suffering of any kind. I did it because I felt the sense of like commitment to myself and my purpose. And I couldn't imagine living any other way.
Mm.
Like I had to be authentic. I had to be true. I had to like do what I feel is my purpose here on earth. And so I went on this journey that required and still continues to require and ask a lot of change of me. I'm
Mm.
constantly having to kind of get to my next level, clear whatever's limiting me or blocking me. It's been a journey of a couple of years that feels like an accelerated pace. And it's because of the love for myself and my purpose and my journey.
Mm.
So we can change through the negative route, which is pain
Yeah.
and suffering, or you can do it from a place of love. And I wanted to make that distinction, Maisha, because I think most people think they really need to hit, a painful situation or
Mm.
rock bottom or suffering to actually make any changes in their life.
Yeah. And that's the type of people we generally meet,
Yeah.
right? A lot of our clients are there. It's the truth, and that's what it is. So when you made that change and shift, you had that love and commitment to yourself, and you knew your sense and your purpose. And this is one of the things that a lot of people may not know or have at this point in their life, or be like, but I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what my why is, and I don't know what my purpose is. Right? So, is there any prompts or any questions that we can help also our clients kind of understand what or how they can get more glimpses into
Yeah.
what they're really meant to do,
That's a
or
great question. That's a great question. A couple of that come to mind for me that I've used with my clients is what is this situation that I'm procrastinating on, or
mm,
I am, I keep delaying, yeah, procrastinating, I'm delaying it, or I'm afraid to take that next step,
to follow through. Yeah.
follow through, right? What is it asking of me?
Mm,
Or what do I need to learn, or how do I need to grow
mm,
for this to happen? In what way
right.
do I need to grow for this to happen? And then a third question that I really like is like, well, what would happen if
Mm,
I did follow through? Right?
yeah.
Like, am I more afraid of succeeding or failure? Am I
That's an
more
interesting one.
right? Or am I more afraid of being seen and noticed, or of,
Mm.
being rejected? What really is going on, in my mind? I need to understand what my mind is thinking.
And that brings up my example of
Mm.
procrastinating doing videos.
Okay.
I remember when pandemic hit, right? We had no other option. We had no space, and we had to literally put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients was through referrals, right? And through the center, obviously, which we had at that time or prior to that. So for me to create a video and put myself out there was I had a million excuses or reasons. You know, I gotta fix my hair, I gotta do my makeup. Oh my God, I have to have a script and it has to be right, it has to be perfect. Right? So I had to do a lot of work and continue to do it, right? To get myself into taking that action. And I remember, I think it was you. I think you were the one who said, you know, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's just once you just put it out there, it's done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And when I did do that and just kind of posted it regardless, right? That's when I said it was like a breath of
And then you
a sigh of
improve,
relief. Yeah.
right? Then you just improve. You just keep getting better until
Yeah.
you're happy with, where you
Yes.
are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
are a couple of things that have really worked for me,
Hmm.
practically speaking. One is I don't give myself a choice.
Right.
Right? So I do this all the time with my workouts. If I had to be like, wake up in the morning and then decide what I'm going to do to work out, I'll never do it.
Hmm.
Right? So what I do is I'll just book the class, which I prepay for,
Yeah.
and then either I attend or I lose it. And so
Hmm.
that's a pretty good motivation for me to actually go to that workout class. I
Right.
just schedule it in or I make it so that it's done. I just
Hmm.
have to show up. It's already there.
Yeah.
Or I don't give myself a chance to think about it. So it's
Hmm.
already in my calendar that I have to do this. And
Yeah.
yes, sometimes I'll move it around in my calendar, but it's there. And
Hmm.
I need to do it because it's there.
Yeah.
So I
You can
schedule it
move it
in.
around, but you cannot delete it. It
You
has to
can't,
be done at
it
some
has to be done,
point, right?
right?
Yeah.
So just don't give yourself a choice. Schedule it
Hmm.
in, get it done, or give yourself a deadline. Or
Hmm.
here's another thing that works is when you tell somebody else
Yeah.
that you're going to do that, that puts a little bit of that pressure that
Pressure.
I've told somebody, now I have to be accountable to that.
Yeah.
So these little tiny practical exercises actually
Hmm.
help you do better with follow through, which is why even the act of doing a New Year resolution
Hmm.
is one step closer to doing something.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people say, and it's true, most of the time, New Year's resolutions, I think it works for 2% of the population. Like 2% of people actually go on to, implement or fulfill their New Year's
Hmm.
resolution. It's
Hmm.
really low.
Hmm.
And forgive me if that number is wrong, but I feel like I remember that statistic as being extremely low. But even if the statistic is really low, it's still one step closer. Like you're more likely to do it if you did a New Year's resolution than if you didn't at all,
Yeah.
right? And then you are more likely to do it if you put it somewhere you can see all the time,
Hmm.
right? Like a
Like
vision
a
board.
vision board. Yeah.
Yeah. Or on your phone.
Hmm.
And you're more likely to do it if you then tell somebody else that this is what you're setting out to do,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then then if you revisit it once a week, that again increases your odds and chances. So there are things you can do to improve follow through.
Hmm.
So there's that kind of external action steps, but there's the internal resistance
Yeah.
that needs to be cracked too.
Yeah. I remember also Mel Robbins says, you know, just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just
Yeah.
just get out of bed or just do it, right?
Yeah.
So I think what you've mentioned are really good ways,
Yeah.
right? That it's easy to take action towards. But let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit more about the emotional or that.
I lost your volume, Maisha.
Oh, I think
There, you're back.
hang on a second. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. Okay. So, one of my clients has this huge presentation,
Mhm.
right? And she's like, I know everything about it, right? But the only thing is, I haven't really presented it yet. And her fear is, what if they don't like it,
Mm.
right? What if the person I'm presenting it to doesn't say the good? Then I have to start from ground zero again, right? Just because she said X and then that's it. I gotta start all over again.
Okay.
right? So she has this fear of, that rejection, or has that fear of needing to start over again,
Yeah.
right? But if she just hangs on to it and doesn't show it and doesn't show anybody, then that's where she's at now, where she doesn't progress and move.
And
So
so a good reframing I'm thinking of for her would be that you're not starting over. You're going on
yeah,
to version 2,
yes, yeah,
right? Like
absolutely.
each version is going to be better than the other one. Like I've
Yeah.
had numerous times, I'm sure anyone listening in can relate, right? You've like written something or worked on something and then your computer crashes,
Mm,
right? And
mm.
then, or your battery dies or something happens and you lose the work you've been working on. And of course, it's like devastating. Like I put in all that time and effort. Like I've had
Yes,
moments where I'm like
I
literally
remember
in,
those.
yeah, I'm literally in tears. Like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. I'm first of all, like it's late at night. I'm tired. I have to turn this in and then I have to write the whole thing over again. Like I know how devastating that can be, right? But I notice every time I redo it, it's way better than I did it the first time.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen with recordings and I've had that
Mm,
happen with other things where it's like, you know, it felt like it was the worst thing that had happened, but it
mm,
ended up being the best thing.
yeah. Yeah.
So reframing is a great way to kind of spin a situation to make it look to make it more positive as
Yeah.
opposed to, the negative framing.
No, absolutely. So we worked on getting to that place where she's able to present it regardless, right? And as long as she likes it and she's happy with it, what she can do is just, work with upgrading it or improving it.
Yeah,
Um,
love it.
Another thing or another area which I've seen is that idea of, can I actually be better than my parents, or can I actually do more than what they did, right? We have some form of loyalty, right, to our ancestors or to our parents, in that that's what keeps us where we are, right? Who am I to be better than them? And can I really go beyond them? And if I succeed or do really well, they'll feel bad about their own successes,
Yeah,
right? So I have seen that in clients as well, this form of loyalty,
yeah.
right? In which they end up sabotaging
Their
what's
own
going on
success.
in their life or their own
Yeah,
success
yeah.
in order. And I guess a lot of people who are in this kind of loop is they want to feel belonging, or they want to
Mhm.
feel like they belong. But what's very interesting about this is, who are your biggest cheerleaders, right? At the end of the day, your parents want you to be better than them, right? Your family wants you to do better and be better, right? This feeling of loyalty is coming from this confusion that in order to be loyal to them, I need to stay at that same range, versus
Yeah.
they are your
I
cheerleaders.
think, and I think what you're talking about, if I were to again summarize it, is like we all are carrying certain notions, ideas, perspectives, beliefs, essentially, about why we shouldn't move forward or we can't move forward or something
Yeah.
negative will happen if we do move forward
Mm,
or follow through rather.
mm,
And so these are things that are getting in the way of us reaching whatever goals we have. And it really does take some digging work and some
yeah.
unpacking and understanding of what's going on beneath the surface. And that's where we have found a lot of success with our own lives and also with our clients by using theta healing to help people get to the bottom and to essentially get rid of and release those blocks, those limitations, those beliefs that are getting in the way and are not allowing us to take that next step or to follow through on something that we want to do. That's why one of the opportunities that we invite any of our listeners to is to check out an emotional breakthrough session with you,
Yeah.
Maisha, where if you do think you have something like that going on that's stopping you from moving forward, then hell, why not sit down and unpack that situation, with Maisha or one of our other healers and see what's going on beneath the surface. So EBS, emotional breakthrough session, we always, invite people who've never experienced theta healing just to have that experience, because it literally is a life-changing experience for so
And
many
what
people.
better time than now? And I want to just add also, once you take that inspired action or step, whether it's booking an ABS, whether it's actually doing what you said you were going to do in little chunks of it, you will see that the support, and you will see, the universe kind of cheering you on and giving you and opening doors for you because you're taking that next step.
Yeah. And that actually is another great tip. Take small, tiny actions. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to like fix everything, or like get there wherever you want to go tomorrow, but you can take one tiny step at a
Yeah.
time and you'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note,
Cool. Let's do our
virtue.
cards.
Yes.
Hey.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to just answer Bev's question. So she says, how to know when the grass is greener where you are, where you water it versus change. Like, essentially saying what if it's better where you are? But if you change, you'll be in a situation that won't be that great.
That would be worse. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always find that tuning into your intuition will always take you to better places. And even if something looks not so great right now, I am a believer that even this is getting me to something better.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't look at it as there's, one option A and option B, and option B is better, but then I take option A and then I'm stuck there. I think
Yeah.
that after option A, there'll be option, let's say C and D, and then E and F. And somewhere you will reconnect back to that first better path anyway. So you will always end up where you're supposed to. It just
Yeah.
might take you a little longer if you keep making wrong turns and not learning from your experiences, but eventually you'll get there. Tune into your intuition, keep moving forward, and don't worry, you'll get there.
So this is exactly what you're talking about with our
Okay.
virtue card.
I can't,
Beauty.
what is it?
Beauty.
Beauty. Okay.
So what I'm saying, taking out away from this is like what you said. There's beauty in every decision, every choice that you make, right? There's no such thing as a right choice and a wrong choice. That there's always beauty in every choice. Just make that choice.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
it. Take
Just
that
take the
action.
step. Just take the step, make the choice, take some kind of small, consistent action, and find the beauty. Every situation has something beautiful, has some kind of silver lining, has something for us to learn, no matter what that situation is. So
Yeah.
go forth and be who you are meant to be.
Book the EBS session that you have been delaying.
That's your one small consistent action for today. And of course, details will be below. Thank you for joining us for the Theta Talks this week. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Bye.